Why are you here at CPAC?
The Tea Party Patriots asked me to be here, and I believe in America, and I believe in our Constitution, and I believe that there are solutions by which we can stop Washington, D.C. tyranny, and basically tell the federal government, we don't know you, and we don't answer to you.
What are some of the things that the government's doing that you object to?
Well, how long's your show?
Well, you know, bullet points.
First,
Boom.
bullet points. Ha! I object to all the spending, stealing money from us, and borrowing money from Red China to still give it to communist countries that hate us. The IRS and the ruthless Gestapo tactics that they use on American citizens, and that they put American citizens in prison at such an alarming rate because they make a mistake on their 1040 form. The president is absolutely incorrect. We don't need to move forward. The solution is behind us. It's in our Constitution. So we need to go back, not forward. And if we have local officials, we can take America back, county by county, sheriff by sheriff, and state by state.
The polls are saying that 90% of Americans support universal background checks.
Right.
Would you support that as part of?
No. To allow the president that kind of dictatorial power is entirely against the Constitution. You could try your statistical analysis here or one over here. Gun control in America is still expressly forbidden by the Bill of Rights, the supreme law of the land. The only God-given right that the Founding Fathers specifically said shall not be infringed is the one we're infringing the most. And we already have 20,000 gun control laws in America. They haven't prevented anything. Assaulting the assault rifle or ammunition is not going to decrease school shootings. It's not going to decrease crime. And in fact, gun control in general has never decreased crime. And that's why I titled my book, The Magic of Gun Control. If gun control provided any benefit, then it would have to be magic, because it never has done that in world history.
What is your solution to gun violence?
Well, when you arrest somebody for committing a crime, leave him in jail or use capital punishment, whatever you have to. But the problem with crime in America is recidivism. For somebody who uses a gun to kill somebody, yeah, lock them up, for heaven's sakes.
Forever.
If they kill your son or your brother, you think they should be out on the street in 10 years? Because that's the average sentence for murder in America. You've never heard them talk about, we have really got to get in there and do something about gang violence. No, they want to hang the gun instead of the person.
I did want to go back to your statement about capital punishment, because I wonder, though, if that is also an infringement on civil liberty. I mean, you're depriving someone of their very life.
Well, but to say I can lock you away in a box, but I can't kill you, what's the difference? I mean, if government has the authority to lock me up, it has the authority to go to the next step. I see very little difference. In fact, some people that have been to prison that long prefer death.
They're not one and the same when we have so many innocent people that are on death row that are being killed, and that's the worst infringement of civil liberty, is it not? To die?
It is, but imprisonment and locking people in a cage is very close.
But if you're alive and you continue to live, there's a point where you could ostensibly have a lawyer that comes across new evidence that can exonerate you.
Yes, and we don't punish.
But if you're killed, you don't have a second chance.
Well, I understand that, and the second chance is what I never want to have happen with some of these killers. I am against the district attorneys and county attorneys who have prosecuted people like that, trying to build their own careers on their win-loss record. Then you find out that DNA evidence 20 years later exonerates the person. Have you ever heard of anybody getting in trouble for doing that? For putting this guy in prison for 20 years and he was completely innocent? We need to start punishing public officials who violate their oaths, who violate the Constitution, who violate the rights of other individuals. We have government officials in states and the federal government, FDA, EPA, and others, that are destroying families, destroying farms. The Amish farmers that I'm working with all across the country, who have all their food, all their farms, everything wiped out by government because they have the audacity to believe they don't have to pasteurize their milk. Bureaucracies try to pretend to the American people that their policies and regulations supersede the Bill of Rights, supersede the Constitution, supersede civil liberties. And that is absurd, and we have got to stop all that.
wonder if I'm under some sort of spiritual matrix with the truth pulled over my eyes, with the evil forces that compromise my state of mind. Have I been hypnotized to believe in lies?